Hi folks, welcome to round one of this two-man queue. We're on the draw, I think. Opponent's mulliganed. We definitely got a mulligan this hand. Just not really anything special whatsoever. Now this is really tough. I think I'm actually going to keep this because we have a draw off of this. We have the scry and we have a draw off of being on the draw. So I'm going to keep. And he bottoms, I'm going to bottom. I just want land. So this could be interesting. Yeah, he's first. And he's Tron. I don't know that I've faced Tron yet. And this could just really be an epic fail for game one if we don't hit what we need to hit. So this keep is kind of questionable. Okay, so he's got Tron pretty much going here. Yeah, this keep is kind of questionable, not only because we need the second land, but we also basically need the third. We find the second, so... And we're missing color fixing, so... pretty horrible draws off the top here. We're not going to get to this stuff. So, this is looking like a really bad game one for us. Out of the board, we don't really have much for this matchup. He seems to be just that traditional kind of build that we're used to seeing. There's not a lot we can do here. That is a decent draw because we get our red source, but we're fairly behind, and I'm not sure we're going to be able to keep up with whatever fatty he plays here. Okay. Fortunately, we're same time on the clock. I should be behind because it took me a while to get the recording going, but right now he's probably looking for some kind of prism or something. Yep. So this looks like Fangren Marauder. So I think I'm just gonna have to evoke. I mean, we have like a guaranteed Mole Drifter next turn, but I don't think that's really gonna be good enough. We want either some anglers in the picture, or we want Chainer's Edict or Terminate. Okay, so an untapped land does get us angler. We're going to be taking some lumps here. Okay, looks like Seagate Oracle. And what else? Prism. Chromatic Star, probably into Mole Drifter. This is a great amount of snowballing going on, where he's getting so much momentum out of this. Now, it's fortunate that... Okay, so I think I can Flame Slash an Oracle and get my Angler regardless. That puts 3 in the yard. No, that doesn't work. I can Chromatic Star... pop it, and I have 3. I can Flame Slash. I don't think I can get Angler this turn, which is really unfortunate. So with that being said, I think maybe I'll Star Crack it and play Talisman or something. I don't really know what's the best way to run it. Yeah, he's going to gain some life this game, that's for sure. I actually screwed up. If I'd drawn a Terminate, I would be unable. So now I can play Gurmag Angler. I'm just going to do that. And hope that he doesn't Rolling Thunder it. So that was actually a mistake because I added blue just out of habit. But had I drawn Terminate, which is one of the cards I really wanted to draw, I wouldn't be able to Flame Slash an Oracle and Terminate the Marauder in one turn. So it would have been very ineffective mana-wise. Okay, now he's got Mole Drifter. We're probably just going to have to answer with our own Mole Drifter. He's not even attacking, so that's very interesting. Looks like he's setting up for a Haunted Fengraf. I mean, I could play Mole Drifter. I think I just want to kind of spaz out this turn and build up for another Angler. So I'm actually going to start with Thoughtcast. And I could just play Mole Drifter, which 6/5, that's a decent play. I could also Prism and Talisman, or I could Flame Slash, leave up Dispel and Prism, and I think I'm going to end up doing that. Might not be ideal. I'm not really sure. I don't know that we'd need Dispel for anything, but this just seems like a lot of good stuff going on. We're very neck and neck with the clock, so I do want to keep that in mind. We want to try and pull ahead on the clock, so I need to be a little faster here. He actually goes for Tower, so it looks like he's really just trying to Rolling Thunder me. And there's not a lot we can do about that game one. We're not playing the permission we should be. So this is going to go bad. Yeah, so if he just kills my guy and domes me for a bunch, I'm taking 7, then I go to 2, I believe. Alright, that's not too bad. Yeah. Okay. Or maybe I go to 8 or 3. I take 8. Okay, so next turn we definitely want another Angler. What else can I do? I have a Galv Blast, that's pretty good. So I can Angler for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm just going to do that. Leave up Galv Blast and Dispel. And hopefully not die to Chainer's Edict. Maybe I should tap differently so it looks like I'm representing some kind of other counter. Okay. Let's come in with all these guys. So I'm going to do this before blocks. See what happens here. Could have Firebolt, Flame Slash. We're not out of this though. Has Flame Slash, okay. 2 cards left. Gonna open up with this guy. Maybe find a Terminate. Seagate Oracle's not bad. Let's just go ahead and launch them. So we're doing good. We still have plenty of steam, and he's kind of out of steam. So I guess we'll take this. And you know what? I think I want to save that because there's a chance I draw another burn spell and I can kill that guy. So I'm just going to save it. This Dispel is kind of doing nothing, but just in case, we're leaving it up. It's not really for the best. And Seagate Oracle is basically neutralized, so the good thing there is that if he gets more flyers, we can cut them down instead. Seagate Oracle's not doing a lot here. Okay. He's got more velocity, more card draw here. He's seen 7 more cards, so something's coming down. Okay, there's a Fengraph. But he's going... Okay, he is going Fengraph. It's just an Oracle, not too devastating. Alright, alright. Kuldotha Rebirth would be decent, because then we just have bodies on the ground. He's at 50 life. It's going to be kind of hard to win. Especially we've used both Anglers. We're going to need Grim Harvest. It's going to be very hard to win. Here comes... Oh boy. Well, this really sucks. Maybe I should sack Mole Drifter, I'm not sure. I have to block Fangren Marauder. Ugh. Awful, awful, awful. And he's got the flashback. So even if I cast this, I'm still going to cast it, but he does have the flashback. I have to try and find another burn or Kuldotha rebirth. I have a lot of outs, it looks like. Or terminate. There's another burn. So I guess we just double burn this now. And I leave Chromatic Star open with this spell. Maybe that can protect me. If we can get to Grim Harvest, I think we're looking great. He's got a lot of just constant draw as well. Yeah, he's gonna... Oh, doesn't need to flash it back. Okay. So I'm going to 3. I'm not gonna crack... I guess I'll crack it end step. Oh, disgusting. Okay, he's out of cards though. We have to kill the Crusher. Or at least get some guys in front of it. Alright, Dispel for the fail. Chainer's Edict. Not going to be good enough here. So I guess we need Terminate or Rebirth. Terminate or Rebirth. Terminate or Rebirth. Come on, baby. Uh-oh. One of us is stalling here. Oh, no! Alright, let's see if he makes the wrong play for some reason. I think we're done here, guys. Alright, his guy has to attack. There's no getting around it. So let's just concede. That was pretty brutal. So, I want to cut a lot of this low-level removal, and the dispels were just really bad. I think we want Spell Bombs. We definitely want Doomblade for his 5/5s and 8/8s. And then Pyroblast seems pretty good. So we'll bring those in. I'm debating between our 3 drops here. His life total gets insanely high, but if we play Curse, that doesn't matter. We could also go for Blightning, which is basically just Mind Rot against him, but what else seems bad? Nothing seems too bad. I mean, Rebirth is not doing a ton on the ground, so maybe we'll cut those. Gets his Pyroblast and one other card. Could run one Hydroblast. There's a chance he's going to run Pyroblast against us. And it also stops the Rolling Thunder, but it doesn't do much else. I mean, he's got Flame Slash, I guess. So, do we want to go on a Curse plan? If so, I'd be okay cutting Talisman. Just try and deck him, or is Blightning better? I'm going to try Blightning just because it's more of an unknown. It's more of a variable here. So, still quite a bit of removal. We actually don't need these many Galv Blasts. So we could actually run... We could go as far as running 2 Curses, and I'm still going to keep in 2 Galv Blasts, though. There's a chance he's got something nuts like Gorilla Shaman, or we don't want to get caught. I guess we have enough removal for that, but... Okay, another awful hand here. This is really a problem with the deck I'm starting to notice, is that I'm only running 20 lands because you get really flooded in the late game, but then your mulligans, I mean, look at this stuff. Now, this is a little bit more variance than it is deck composition. Well, I think we got a mulligan to 5. I know it's not a great keep, but I'm set to hit a bunch of land drops, and maybe it's better just to play a artifact first since we're trying to get there. I think I can just tap out with it next turn, right? Yeah, so I can just Divination with it. Yeah, he's just got the nut draw here. Something red. Probably just a Prism. Oh, wow, really? Okay. Well, Our keep was decent. I'm not going to just run out the other artifact yet. Relic of Progenitus, sure. Sure. Okay, so he's guaranteed to blow up another land. And, I mean, our only other option is just not playing a land this turn. Just do it, make him blow it up. Yep. This is very, very awkward. Okay, he didn't go for the grudge. Yep. He's gonna do it now. Sure. Well, we're pretty cut down here. We did keep a land heavy hand. And he's got Tron, so this is going to be pretty terrible for us. Yep. Did nothing, though. We're pretty far behind here. I think I'm just going to have to evoke and try and find lands. Okay, that might amount to something. Yeah, Grim Harvest is not really going to do it for us, is it? I can't remember if we boarded in Curse or not. I think we did. He's down to only 3 cards, but he's got 2 more by cashing in Star and Relic at any point. Now, I would have preferred to counter the Mole Drifter here. Oh, yeah, I would have preferred to counter it. Oh, there goes Relic. Yeah, he wanted to use that. I don't know. He's kind of doesn't seem to be doing much. Should I deep analysis this? I guess. Alright, I don't understand what's in his hand. He could just be very flooded here. He could just be very flooded here. There's a map. What are you going to really map for? I mean, he's probably got Rolling Thunder. He could just be building his way up to that tower. So I think I'm going to play Oracle. Could also Wellspring to get closer to Thoughtcast, but we need to create a presence here. And of these two, we probably want Mole Drifter. Alright, I think I'm going to roll the dice one more time and just tap out, because we're already behind. We're going to have to pitch, so it's basically between these 3, I would say, and the Wellspring's the lowest impact, so I guess we'll go there. Thoughtcast is kind of peculiar and awkward to cast right now, but I'm still going to hold on to it. I mean, really weird here. We're not going to be able to counter the Rolling Thunder, which is pretty bad for us, but I guess we're kind of in desperation mode, so with that being said, I'm just going to run with this. It's looking like he's been holding back on a Chainer's Edict, so if he just lets that fly, so be it. mean, I don't know what the hell's going on. He's definitely got Rolling Thunder. Maybe he's just going to use that here. Oh, never mind. He's got Marauder. So we can Edict that. Yeah. Okay. He must have another one. Wow, I don't understand that. And I can also Spell Bomb his stuff. The problem there being he's going to Fengraph it, but I'd rather him replay that than get the Edict. So, yep, that's fine. Because I think this might be our ticket to victory here. So now, if I play the star, I can also break it, like so. It's a thought cast. Cool. Alright, so doing okay here. He has 2! And a Fengraph. Well, I can kind of kill these things all day long, so start doing that. I mean, I am going to have to flash back some Muldrift or some edicts, but this time I am going to leave up Pyroblast. I'm probably tapping wrong here. What is this? Oh, okay. Probably tapping wrong here. There's got to be a way I can leave up all my Pyroblasts. Okay. Alright, so 3. Now I just flash this back. Trying to get him off of Angler. Don't know if it's going to work. His Fangraphs are down. Angler's a hell of a card. I mean, it's just gets the job done sometimes. Can we stop him? I mean, even if he kills this, he's making blue. So he doesn't have the Rolling Thunder. He has a Relic of Progenitus. He's going to crack that out of desperation. He found a Muldrifter. I have 3 removal spells for that. But does the Muldrifter draw him anything? Is the real question. We're hoping not. We're hoping he just passes. Okay, so I think he's dead. I don't necessarily want to show him Blightning, so I'd rather go here. Alright. I have no idea what he was sitting on. I mean, he's clearly got some ancient grudges, but there's not a lot we can do against that. Hydroblast doesn't even really line up well against it. We do have curses, so that's good. I'm starting to think he might not fare very well against a Kuldotha Rebirth either. But on the draw, I'm not in love with that. I think this is just more versatile. Had we top decked it, he was dead, so yeah, I think we just keep and hope for the best. I could play 1 Hydroblast. I think 1 is acceptable. Very surprised we won that. You'll have to note that his draws were terrible. I can't honestly say what was in his hand. It must have been a lot of lands the whole time. And then some of his sequencing, he could have double edicted me on 1 turn. Instead, he opted to play Marauder and then edict, and I think that was a little bit worse because I got to keep my Angler and win the game with it. Going to keep, and hopefully just don't get grudged out of the game. I'll do the red one first. He's not going to have the color fixing to quite get us. We're going to have 3 artifacts, so we can just thought cast next turn. I think that's probably okay. Oh, I have to discard? Guess it's Chromatic Star. I don't think I'm going to Blightning him yet. I really want to wait till he's pretty low on cards, saving his best stuff. So we'll go with Seagate Oracle. We could also go with Thought Cast off of 3, cost 2. Or I could go Chromatic Star, Thought Cast. Just gets us more cards. Maybe that's good. I'm not sure. I think we can break this as well. Nah, I should have left it so I could have leave up Hydroblast. Alright, we have to pitch again. We're getting very close to Gurmag, by the way. I think I'll pitch Ichor Wellspring. Not doing a ton. Very low impact card if you don't have... Okay, he's grudging me, so we're really paying the price here for my lack of vision. We'd only be down 2 lands. I do get to make an Angler, which I am going to do, and hope that he doesn't have an answer. But, I mean, that's a big if. He's like straight away just going for it. Okay, so, you know, we're not too out of this. We do have the Blightning that's going to even things up a bit. And then we have Oracles. I mean, we're really kind of hitting our stride here. So the question becomes, do I Blightning this turn? 1, 2, 3. Or do I Oracle? Or do I do something else and leave up Hydroblast? Probably not. Anything we Blightning, he can get back with the Fengraph. So I think I'm going to Oracle first. And I'll take a Prism. Okay. So he's probably just going to make a Muldrifter here. No. I'm still trying to hit my land drops and stuff, so let's attack first. We're a little bit ahead on time, but not a ton. So I think I'll start with Star. Try and hit the land here. We don't, so now I gotta run this. Okay, so we're kind of keeping up. I mean, again, he's not doing anything. I guess he's getting Tron now. So next turn we can play Spell Bomb, kill whatever big guy he's got, leave up Hydroblast. Yeah, I think he's got more than one Marauder too. Definitely just want to push through this. Leave up the Spell Bomb. Oh shoot, I did it wrong. Oh god. Oh, he let it resolve though. Okay, so my mistake was equally countered by his mistake, which I think he, definitely should have just gone for it. This is gonna hurt. Oh, it's another one. I guess it's not that bad. We can take 5 for a little while. I think I'm gonna Blightning him now. Yeah. Seems legit. Ooh, or Terminate. I mean, we're kind of stuffed on mana here. You know what? I'm going to take his 2 best cards here. Whatever he's been sandbagging. And I'll terminate this guy later. Looks like he's going to go for Fen. What's he doing? Okay, he's getting a land, or getting a card. We got Rolling Thunder and Prophetic Prism. So now we're just going to pass. We have 5 cards and potentially 6 to his 2, so I think that's going to help. Chainer's Edict resolves. And then I think we're just going to run with the Terminate. And then try and draw a bunch of cards from there. Okay. I guess we'll Doomblade instead. Now we'll just pass. We'll start divinations. Looks like he's got Oracle. We've got the wrong blast in hand to deal with that. Okay, this is fine. He's tapping the Fengraph, so now I can just blow up the Spell Bomb. Now he's going to tap differently. I think it's Crusher. I mean, what else do you tap that much colorless mana for immediately? He's just passing. Okay. Yeah, I guess I tap out for this. We can still use the Spell Bomb. And having the Hydro Blast is not doing much. He already pitched Rolling Thunder, so I'm actually liking our spot. He's low on time. There's a lot going on here. Okay, so he's got another one. The trick is that he can, I guess he can't double Fengraph. So, and he can only get Fangren Marauders. So maybe we just Terminate and Prism. But I'll Prism first. So he can double Fengraph on his turn, but at least he loses 2 lands and only gets a Marauder back. And am I attacking? I guess. And he loses a bunch of he's down to 1 card too, that's good. He's got to just let the Fengraphs go here. Okay, what is this? Oh god. Alright, so it is Ulamog's Crusher. He's trying to get away from... Oh no, it's just Chainer's Edict. That's fine. He's trying to avoid our Chainer's Edict screwing him up. I don't want to use this Pyroblast. Alright, we're just gonna play faster. I think he's really stressing out here over his decisions, so I'm gonna try and play a little faster. We need to hit more land drops. That's for sure. Okay, so now I can Galv Blast this. But I'll wait a sec. That Galv Blast could come in handy. So now he's just going to ante up and play the... Okay, never mind. For some reason I keep thinking he's got... what's it called? He's just using these because he's afraid of the Spell Bomb. I'm going to go ahead and just Galv Blast this guy now. This is going to hurt his Fengraphs. He's got 3 of them, but... Should we just pop this now? I mean, it's kind of hard to say. Probably not. Just keep casting these all day. We are getting lower on library. But it's okay right now because, I mean, he's got no action, nothing going on. Chromatic Sphere. Okay, good for us. Resolves. Okay. One card. That's it. One card. Yeah, we're really moving here. I mean, it's time to put this guy in the ground. I'm just not going to make a move on the spell bomb. So long as he's not making a move, I don't see a reason for me to. And I'm creating a board. I mean, we're doing a lot of proactive things here. 3. Let's see what we get. There's Curse. I'm just going to run it. It is going to make his thing potentially better. His Fengraphs, but Fengraphs are very random too, you know what I mean? I mean, all he has to do here is throw a couple out. He's got all 4. So he's just gonna run with this. I'm just gonna sack. I'm not gonna pay anything. Hopefully he just gets the Seagate Oracle. I guess he's gonna do it twice, so he's bound to get something good. Okay. You got it. One Marauder and the Seagate Oracle. Okay, so that we can kind of live with. I'm not gonna pay. I'm not sure if he was too hasty with that or what. He's actually gonna use the relic now. Okay, that's fine. At this point, I guess I can pay. There's not really anything he can do now that I care about. I mean, he could make the Oracle. Okay, Grim Harvest is actually going to be really good for us now that Relic's out of the picture. He's still taking a bunch of damage, so that's good. Our board's looking good. We kind of need a Chainer's Edict. Okay, Thought Cast I can just fire, right? Yeah. Oh, Lightning, baby. Wow, look at this all-star right here. Holy crap. I wasn't expecting that to be a good draw, but it's actually quite good here. Okay, he does have the Fengraph. We're going to pitch an Ichor Wellspring. And he's pretty low to the ground. I mean, his life total is low. You got all these removal spells. Oh, Crusher's here. Mole Drifter's not resolving. Nice try. Man, with Grim Harvest in play, as long as that Fengraph doesn't hit too hard, I think we can manage the Marauder. He can't even cast it this turn, so... Oh, now he can. My bad. He is just enough, so we'll figure that out. I think we have 2 Edicts left in the deck, and we have a really good chance of hitting them at this point. And he's on a 1-turn clock if that happens. So I'm just going to start running these card draw. We should have a Chainer's Edict. No? I'm going to try again. And then he can't even block the air. Okay, that's kind of bad. So I guess we're just going to chance it here. I can easily block. Oh, there goes his other Rolling Thunder. So that's his best chance of winning at this point. Crusher's in the ground. I think he's used all the Fengraphs. Yeah. I don't think he can win. Now he cannot die to attacks. He actually has to leave the Marauder back. This is also good for us. He's got a third Rolling Thunder, but fortunately we've been holding this Hydroblast all game long, and it's now going to pay off. So our sideboarding actually paying off here with Blightning. I gotta be honest, guys. I had actually absolutely no hope we were gonna win this match. After that first game was that brutal, I was pretty dead set on us just getting obliterated. But it looks like one way or the other Okay, I'm just gonna take 5. It looks like he's just throwing the game away here. And we actually win the match here. We get 30 play points. Kind of cool. But I think it's just a bigger thing for us that we... Oh, that would have been good. That sequence would have been really good that we won this match at all. Against Tron, which is no slouch. Definitely a top contender. Definitely within the top 3 tiers of Pauper. You know, it's probably a tier 1.5 or tier 2 deck. Maybe even tier 1, depending on how you build it. We got crushed that first game, and he had pretty terrible draws in game 2, but this was quite a contest, and I've never been happier to see a Blightning, which is very weird, and it just worked out. I mean, we boarded one Hydroblast in, he was sandbagging it, or not really, but he drew into it, and that was his only chance. He shouldn't have attacked here. I mean, he should have just gone to 1. See, we would have only had the Angler. But he probably didn't have much else going on. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. We're in round 2, definitely keeping this hand. We're on the play. We've got a turn 3 Kuldotha Rebirth that's looking pretty sweet. That could be the defining attribute of this game, depending what the opponent's doing. You know, turn 3 Rebirth is going to be good against an aggressive deck or against, and it looks like an aggressive deck. Oh, this could be hexproof, and I think we have a terrible hexproof matchup. So we have 3 edicts and 2 electricity after board, but that's it. Yeah, I think this is pretty much our worst matchup. So it could be made better, but it's just not. I don't think the deck is that popular right now. Now this could be Domain, which I think would be a much better matchup for us. So let's see here. I mean, we could do a couple things. We could crack the Chromatic Star next turn. I think we will. He's deciding what to do. I mean, we've even foregone playing any of our black sources. I think that was a mistake for me. Yeah, this is looking a lot like hexproof. So he's playing around... Well, I don't know what he's doing. He doesn't have a hexproof guy yet. We have Dispel. I don't see that doing anything. So I'm just going to crack the star here. Now, Rebirth tokens will help for a little bit. We're going to definitely play this. Okay, we do have an Edict. So maybe if we draw another one, we can get somewhere. I mean, there are some ways to win, but I don't think, for the most part, we have the tools, really. There are some ways to win. I'm not going to discount that. Angler plus Rebirth tokens could present a lot of pressure. We see he's got an Oro Gnarlid, but it's too small right now to get out of range of a Flame Slash, which we want to draw. Didn't draw it. I'm not sure if we want to play a Chainer's Edict right now. It's only going to get bigger. So I know this is really stupid. We only have one black source. Yeah, I think we're just going to do this right now. Hopefully we draw a second one. I think that's basically our path to victory. So, yeah, this is just the worst case scenario matchup. It's funny, I was thinking about that right before we jumped into this game. So, it just occurred to me, you know, we aren't very good against hexproof. And that's true. Again, I think there are ways to mitigate that. Definitely cramming more edicts into the deck. Depending on how the mana is, we might be able to, what am I trying to say, get some Evankar's Justices in there, stuff like that. There's a lot of things you can do. There's blue stuff you could be playing if you want. Red, basically you have Electrickery. That's basically what you want. Now, this might even be less dependent on hexproof. I'm not really sure, but he's going to throw an Ethereal Armor on this, and that's going to basically beat us. Makes it a 5/5, 8/8, I think. First striker, unblockable. That puts us on 3 turns. Yeah, okay. Why not? Well, yeah, this is just going to be quick and not painless, but it's going to be quick. I can say that much. Let's draw a card. Probably tapped wrong. I need to stop tapping wrong with this deck. I need to get a lot better with that. I think we just need to see more cards. I don't think the Talisman's going to do anything for us here. So, let's just wait. We're not going to suicide our guys. I mean, he's got us in this game. Now, we can deal with an Aura Gnarlid, but we can't deal with that. Wow. Ouch. 16/16. 2-hit kill. Alright, well, we know what we're dealing with. We're going to have to dress accordingly. Okay, Electrickery. I think that's actually it. We want the Doomblade, though. I think the Rebirth token, we can cut some Flame Slashes. I mean, maybe it's better than Galv Blast, because you don't have to wait for Metalcraft. So I think Blightning is actually our best bet. Just discarding good stuff out of his hand. Spellbomb might be good for Rancor, but everything else is kind of just no thanks. So let's try this. I don't know. Again, this is a bad matchup. There's just no getting around it. It doesn't matter that we have to mulligan. It doesn't matter that we're playing Blightning against Hexproof. This does have an Edict, and I think most of our hands are pretty bad compared to this, so I think I'm just going to have to keep it based on that. And we got to bottom that for sure. Now, we just might not hit that second land and it could be over, but we do have Chainer's Edict, and that's one of our best cards, so gotta let it happen. Okay, he doesn't have a Gaia yet. Okay. Okay, we did kind of get there. So I guess he's setting up for another Aura Gnarlid. Hopefully I'll be able to Flame Slash it. Okay, our hand is looking okay. Just depends what's in his hand, pardon me. Yeah, he might just well, we can Flame Slash that. Hopefully he just plays the guy. He's really setting up slowly, which you don't see so much with these decks. Seems to be a decent plan. Okay. Alright, so we get a 1/2 kill this. He's probably got more coming, but I mean, we really can't afford to just chill out. I mean, we could wait till he puts auras on this guy or whatever, but that's just not, I'm not going to wait for that. Okay. If he just passes, that would be ideal. Him not drawing a creature for the next 7 turns would be ideal. But I think he's just going to play a guy. Yep, Aura Gnarlid. 4/4. Alright, Flame Slash, where are you at? Oh, he's gonna put a thing on it? Ugh, gross. Well, I guess I'll draw 2 right now. Alright. Show me another Chainer's Edict or a Doomblade or a Terminate. Okay, I guess we'll just play this. Alright, we're gonna get hit very hard here. We get a Thought Cast again next turn and hopefully find that Doomblade. We just no Umbra, no Umbra. I mean, we could find another Edict, but we have more outs if he doesn't put an Umbra on his guy. I hope he just taps out. Hopefully it's not Mask. Mask might kill us. Not from 20. I don't think Mask can kill us from 20. Okay, so he's going to get Ethereal Armor. And what does that do? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It deals 12, so we have to find the answer immediately. We do have quite a number of them. But still looking kind of dicey here. And that is not the correct answer. Oh, God. Really? Alright. We just gotta spin the dice here. Jeez. Just look how these answers just didn't quite line up the way we needed them to. And so I could Thought Cast here, but now I have to find... Oh god, an untapped land and the Doomblade. Holy hell. Nope. GG's. Alright, well that was at least a quickie. Just get that out of the way. Alright, we lost this match, but like I said, it wasn't one I was expecting to win. This matchup just seems way too difficult. With our current build, if you want to get better at this matchup, I would add probably 3 more Edicts to the deck, and then if your mana base can support Evan Carr's Justice, which I haven't looked specifically to see, I think it does, but that would be a good addition. Maybe some blue cards that either bounce permanents or tax enchantments might be good for you. I'm not saying definitively. But that's a lot of stuff to add to your deck just to beat Hexproof, which is a very, very small part of the field. So just some food for thought, but thank you guys for watching that round. Okay, we're on the play here, and we're going to have to mulligan again. A lot of mulligans so far, and I'm not liking that. But it doesn't seem to be so much that... You know, when you have a 6-land hand, that's not really the fault of my 20-land deck. So this one will keep. Not amazing, but probably good enough. 3rd land. I guess we'll keep it. Don't love it, but what are you going to do? Hoping the opponent is... not something with a lot of card advantage. I'd rather see creatures. Oh, crap. Or... what the heck's going on? Do you guys see the screen spazzing out? Alright, looks like it's Stompy. What the hell? Alright, I'm going to have to be really careful. Now, let's hope that we don't get owned by a free spell. Okay, we don't. Alright, alright, alright. So I think it is Stompy. Could still be elves. It could still be elves. Could still be elves. I don't know. So see if we find a Wellspring, or sorry, a Rebirth. We don't quite have Metalcraft, but I don't really want to wait, so I'm just gonna go for the kill. I think it's Stompy. I think he would play more of his mana dorks out, but we don't really know. I hope it's Stompy because I think we have a better matchup than against elves. Alright, it's Stompy, and we're taking... how much? How much are we taking? He's going to activate. Okay, we're taking 1. We're getting a Pristine Talisman, maybe. I think I'm actually going to Prism first. Hopefully find a removal spell. This is looking nasty. We don't have any sweepers. Ugh. Ugh, I knew I was going to draw that. Well, let's draw. I might want to wait before casting that, but at the same time... Oh! Well, hello. I think we'll start with this. I'm liking the sight of that. Oh, okay. Can't cast it yet, but next turn we can. Alright, our chances are getting much, much better. Now, okay, so we can just single block that. And then Chainer's Edict is kind of live. I don't think I want to double block this guy though. I think our life total is good enough. We can kind of leverage some things here. Alright, so we're taking 5. 16. He loses his guy. Now, Hunger would be bad. He could have Hunger and Vines. Well, he's if he's going to do that, he's going to Hunger first. Nope, just some dude. Okay. Well, she's a problem. Yeah, I think we just want to cast this guy. I don't think Edict is good enough yet. It's just going to get the Quirion Ranger, and that's not good enough. I'm not satisfied with that. Now, we may end up doing it next turn anyway. Just Talisman into Edict, we'll see. We need to find an answer for her, which is basically a bunch of Edicts and a bunch of Mole Drifters. So, let's try that. So, she's getting the Rancor. And what else is happening? Or maybe he is, and then he's going to pump spell it over the top of this. Not the best, but yeah, not the best. It seems like a winnable matchup, but we're definitely a lot clunkier with our setup here. Electrickery would be okay on this board, at least gets us a 2-for-1 here. We have Dispels in the deck, which is good. Okay, going on Young Wolf, that's kind of weird. Alright, a lot of Tramplers. Well, I guess we just gotta throw everything in front of everything and see what he does with it. He's just gonna destroy our board, but we gotta save ourselves a little bit of damage and go from there. Hopefully something dies, but yeah, something's gonna die. Looks like it's going to be the companion. Yep. So I'm taking 1, 4, 5. I'm going to 11. Alright. Okay, we need a burn spell. That's for sure. That's actually not too bad either. Actually, it's not great. Can I cancel? But it does let us look at the next 2 cards, so I think that's important. Maybe we find a Flame Slash here. Or not. Okay, kind of doesn't matter. So this is not great. I don't know how I want to handle this. Do I want to just take 5 to the dome? Down on 1 card, might as well make him exhaust it. It could be another Vine, so... But he doesn't actually have to use it, so... I guess I'll just take the 5 for now. I could draw another Oracle, and that might be helpful. Okay, so it's not a pump. So we might be okay here. I mean, it's a guide, which is not good. Land grant, sure. That's a blank. Alright, so Flame Slash here. Let's draw first. Or do we want a Talisman? Talisman gets us out of range of Groundswell on this. So I think that's probably what we want. We might even trick him into... No, there's no way he... Well, you know what? Let's give him the option. He could sack the Young Wolf. I guess it actually doesn't make a difference. He could sack the Ledgewalker. He could be thinking, well, Young Wolf's my best bet. No. That's fine. So we'll do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One card away. We can't block her from chaining this back. So we might just stabilize here. Okay. Okay, that's not, well, that eats the Chainer's Edicts. So we really need Muldrifter here. We don't have a lot of time to work with. Okay, we do have some cards. Ugh. So I think I have to wait to cast that. I'm going to 3, up to 4 to cast it. Yeah, we gotta wait. Just hope that we fade a pump spell here. I could draw a Dispel. I did. Alright, so we're basically only dead to another Rancor. Alright, so we may still be stable. Pretty insane, huh? And if it dies, we can get it back, it looks like. Yep, this is this board's worst nightmare. Unfortunately, I do die to another Rancor. But I was dead to another Rancor last turn also. No, 6 over 2, yeah, is 4. Okay. Not really getting you anywhere. Oh, I can get back Gurmag Angler. Okay, we're doing that. That is for damn sure. But at the same time, it doesn't really do a lot for us. I guess I have to... Should I eat it? I guess, or I could just play the Angler and start clocking. What is my best chance here? I mean, we have Ranger locked down, and we're actually safe from Rancor, so I can cast Angler for 6. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just start trying to win. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll just hide the fact that we're doing this. Now I can't get my Grim Harvest back, but that's okay. Yeah, I think we need to start attacking. So let's make this happen. We're lucky that the opponent flooded out with 7 land drops and 2 land grants or whatever. Alright, we're gonna live. Because of that Pristine Talisman. That 1 extra point off of Pristine Talisman, or however many. Pretty insane. So let's just do the Chainer's Edict. 6 gives you only 3 turns. Oops. Oops. Oh my. Okay. Well, I still tapped weird, but. Right. Probably should have took the forest back. Okay, so 2 turns left to live. And we're at 6, which is not the best, but what are you going to do? Going for the attack is just going to go for the pump during combat. Wow, that seems like a mistake. Here we go. or just gonna do 3 to me. Okay. What if he has another one? Is that what we're looking at here? Well, then maybe the Grim Harvest was bad for me to just give it up like that. Oh boy. So what are we facing here? I could draw another Edict. Another creature, huh? Wow. Wow. Well, that leaves us with very few outs. Oh no! So, guess we're just hoping you miss your attack or you block one of my guys. Well, this is sad. So, had I just left open 1 mana, I didn't think about that being the other out. I'm just gonna bluff this as a blocker. He kind of knows it's not, but wow, how sad. Should not have cast that Chainer's Edict there. That cost us the game for sure. We had this game won it, I believe. Yeah, I think so. A lot of land still, but 1 GG only. What does that mean? You are not allowed more than 1 GG. Apparently. I actually don't have a lot of cuts to make. I mean, I would like to get these 3 cards in. But I want the other stuff too. You know, I don't actually think we want this. Even though it would have been the key to our salvation there. So that gives us a Doomblade. And then I guess we shave some kind of draw. Or is Rebirth too unlike? I think Rebirth is fine. Talisman a little weird, but it's okay. Maybe just go down to 1 Angler and 2 Thoughtcast for these bad boys. We could also want this. But I'm just not... Yeah, you know what? Let's swap out like that. You know, Young Wolves and Rancors are so annoying that I really want something there. Okay, so we fought very hard. We had a lot of good draws. We still lost, and now this hand is looking pretty abysmal. So again, we got a mulligan. We've been mulliganing all day long here. And we'll keep this. We're missing a color, but I'm going to keep it. I mean, maybe I could have kept that, but I just really want a red source at this point. So I bottomed it. I'm going to kill whatever he starts with. Yep. Well, we already had blue. If we can find a red source, maybe we're in this. Okay. Alright, if we can find a red source, I think we're definitely in this. Alright, not quite yet. This could get ugly, or it could get really pretty. I mean, we have Prophetic Prism, Chromatic Star. We have... Wow, okay. We're probably not winning. Alright. Chainer's Edict just looks so bad. Here's Prophetic Prism. I may just want to kill this guy first. I have Electrickery. You know what? I think I'm going to kill this guy first. Then we can hopefully get the Kuldotha Rebirth to happen. Because it can stave off a lot of this stuff. He shouldn't have anything that can stop this. And also there's a possibility we can overload Electrickery and Edict away this guy, but... Alright, so now we're waiting on him. Things appear to be about as good as we can get them right now. Get them to be. Oh, I hope it's a Ledgewalker with a Rancor. Nope, not quite. I hope it's a Ledgewalker. Come on, baby. I'll sweep that in a heartbeat. Uh-oh. It's not. Well, I gotta pull the trigger on this, I think. And I think I also have to Chainer's Edict. So maybe well, this gives me a look at an extra card. So even though it gives him more info, I think it's probably for the best. So yeah, I think I have to Edict here. Which doesn't do a ton for me. Maybe I just play the Prism. Edict doesn't really do much. I have to try and figure out a way to get the Electrickery to go off and then make use of the Edict afterwards. Not saying that that's going to happen, but we gotta try. Down to 2 cards, I'm looking at a ton of damage. Alright, so I'm going to block here. Actually, I guess it's the same difference. This gives him less incentive to actually pump the Ranger, I believe, because I don't take damage. Or I guess maybe it gives him more incentive, but then I don't take damage. So I'm gonna take 7, I think. I don't know how much I was just about to take. So now Electrickery doesn't do a bunch. Takes away part of the problem. I can also play Mole Drifter. I don't know if that's... I mean, he can't 11 me if I play Mole Drifter. Electrickery and Edict cuts his board in half. If that resolves. Yeah, let's do that. Hopefully his last card is a forest, but we can't just expect him to continually draw forests all day long. He's definitely getting rid of Young Wolf. Yeah, maybe this is bad for us. I think we're probably screwed. Unless we draw another Chainers and he has no guys, or we could draw Angler. I think that's pretty much the only way. He's gonna throw pump spells at us. He's throwing vines, okay. So does he have the win? He does. Alright guys, that was very nasty. Whoa, Grixis. Sorry if you heard that loud crash. I stepped on a box. Okay. So this deck definitely needs work. It's, you know, I think it's kind of almost there. The fact that there's no permission is kind of a big issue. And the 3 colors, I don't have that distribution down yet in terms of spells. Ideally, we'd want it to be primarily a 2-color deck with a very light splash of the 3rd color. You know, possibly the black splash for Angler and or Chainer's Edict, or maybe Mystical Teachings or something like that. But that again, that definitely pulls it into more of just a straight controlling type of archetype. And I was trying not to do that too much. I wanted it to be more mid-rangey, a little less permission-based, hopefully to vary it up, but didn't pay off today. However, we'll be back later to try some other things out. If you guys have some suggestions, please let me know. I want to thank you guys very much for tuning in to this installment of I'm a dozen.